I'm a work from home mom and I'm staring down summer like so many of you are. Last year, I had a system. I worked from 6 in the morning to noon, which works for my early morning brain. Then I would take afternoons off to be with my daughter and then put a couple more hours of work in the evening after my husband got home. It worked pretty well. But my daughter is 13 now, and even though it's only been a year, I know that things are different. Things are different with her, things are different with my work, my business, my priorities. And as I'm looking at this summer, I just don't really think that the same plan is going to fit anymore. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been thinking about how I'm going to start fresh, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. Because if you're heading into summer with kids at home, or a disrupted schedule, or just the general chaos that comes with so much going on this time of the year, this might help you too. I'm I coach adults whose brains work differently, ADHD, autism, or both. And one of the things that I see consistently is that routine disruption hits neurodivergent brains harder than most people recognize. Summer isn't just a schedule change. For a lot of us, including me, it's destabilizing. It's a huge shift in how I do things. The external structure that was keeping things moving in line disappears overnight. And so I'm going to share with you the framework I use when this happens and show you my actual plan for the summer so that you can see what this looks like in real life. I created a tool I'm going to share with you. I call it the Minimal Effective Week, and I'm using it for this purpose. And the core idea is simple. Instead of trying to build a perfect week, which I have been known to do, or replicate what worked during the school time or even last summer, instead of doing that, I'm going to identify what actually has to get done, the real non-negotiables, and build my week around those things first. And then everything else will find its place around that, or maybe they won't. And here's why this fits summer really well. If your brain prefers structure, you get to build a structure that works for your actual summer, not last year's summer, not someone else's summer, yours, built around what that time actually looks like for you and your family. If your brain prefers spontaneity, you get to have that too, but with just enough structure underneath to make sure the things that have to happen don't get dropped when something better comes along. Or if you're like me and you're constantly carrying too much in your head and running around and kind of quietly freaking out that it might not all be happening, it gives you somewhere to put everything. So there's a feeling of groundedness, of stability. My brain doesn't have to hold it all. So here's my actual plan for this summer with my daughter, who's now 13. On Sundays, we're going to sit down together and talk about the week. Where do we want to put specific things on the calendar? What does she want to do? And we'll schedule those in together. She has something to look forward to, and I am not figuring it out on the fly every single day, which kind of makes me sort of anxious and panicky. We're also going to make a list of things she can do when I'm working because she is not good at coming up with those things when she's bored. So she can refer to the list and we don't have to have a conversation throughout the day. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of bored. I can refer her to the list. Then I'm going to make my list. What do I need to get done this week? And I'm going to schedule those in first, the non-negotiables, my client meetings, the things that can't move, the work that needs to be done. And then in the open blocks around those, I might check in with her. Does she want to do something together? Or if she's busy off doing her thing, I can refer to my easy task list and just check a few of those things off. I've also already started saying no. For my own well-being, I will not try to squeeze it all in. I have definitely been known to say yes to too many things and then run around panicking, trying to get it all right. And I'm not going to do that this year. I've already started saying no. I had a few things pop up all in the same day this week. I stuck with the first one and I said, probably not. No, thank you to the other things that popped up. This takes effort, conscious, purposeful, mindful effort. I'm going to set aside time to do this. And I know from experience that my days will be better and smoother when I do it, so I will make the time. And one last thing before I wrap up. Summer is a different season. It needs a different plan. The mistake that many of us make is trying to force last year's routine into this year's life and wondering why it isn't working. It isn't working because even though many things feel the same, many things have also changed. So it's a really good time to just pause, reset, as I love to talk about so much. Give yourself permission to start fresh. What is this summer going to look like? So before you move on, maybe let's just pause here for a moment and consider what's one thing you want to protect this summer. Not squeeze in, not something you want to try for, but what do you want to protect? And start your planning there. Go to my website and get the Minimal Effective Week tool. It's free, no email required. The link will be below. Use that to help you plan. If this content resonated, please subscribe. I talk about this kind of thing on here every week. And if you want to go deeper on building something that actually fits your brain, the link to work with me is below too. Take care.